Archangel Michael says, your name is being written in heaven's book, but if you ignore this, it will be erased tonight. My child, my beloved, something eternal is unfolding right now, and your name is written at the very center of it. Heaven has opened a holy book that can only be touched by the holiest people. There was a golden glow around your name in that book. But Archangel Michael is crying while he talks to us. The ink will run before midnight if you leave now. Skip this message or wait even a little too long. The page with your name on it will be turned. It's not a story or a figure of speech. This is God's message. You are seeing this right now because your spirit has been picked for a moment that will change you forever. Hold off on everything. Heaven wants to know if you'll stay until the end. My child, my beloved, you must first subscribe to the light, both on this screen and in your heart. Accept heaven. Yes, God. Say yes to the miracles you thought were out of reach. Not like the other messages, this one is still alive. Each line is a message from God, a key that will open something that has been closed for a long time. Archangel Michael also wants you to know that what happens next is up to you and what you choose to do right now. Heaven always gets it right. If your soul is here, something big is coming your way and you can't put it off any longer. You were picked, so your name is in the book. Will it stay there? Now is the time for your intention to matter, my child and beloved. If something makes you want to stay, I want you to let me know. You can show that you got this message and want to be on time by writing amen in the comments. It's not just a word, it means I agree. When everyone agrees, heaven speaks. My child, my beloved, I want you to really feel this next part. Someone tried to erase you from both this world and the next. They tried to stop your good luck, your fate, and the messages from God that were meant for you. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. But God saw everything. When your name came up in danger, Archangel Michael took his sword out. You were meant to fall last week. You were supposed to miss this message. But something happened that we can't explain. Someone helped out. An angel changed your timeline so that it once again fit with God's plans. That's why you're seeing this now, not by chance. There's no chance about it. You were saved forever in silence and with care. My child, my beloved, you would never doubt again if you knew how important your name is in the afterlife. People in heaven don't call you by your name the way they do here on earth. It sounds like music. It sends waves of light through the spiritual world. An angel took a moment to listen, and it was said again today. It was first heard by Archangel Michael. Jesus then said it again. The book was then opened in the throne room. When they saw your name glow, something changed. Your old fate has changed, but only for now. Change will only last if you pay attention to this message and don't give up on the light. Instead, stay awake and hold on to it. Tonight isn't just any night, my beloved child. In the background, there is a holy clock that is ticking away. At midnight, one of two things will happen. Either your name will stay in the book until the next miracle happens, or the page will close, and no one will ever talk about it again. You won't realize what you missed until months later when your soul begs. Why didn't it happen after that? It'll be too late. It's not because God is mean, but because things move quickly in heaven. You have been shown a holy window and been invited by God. But the door will only be open for a short time. You should step through it right away, but you're going to wait too long. Everything you have prayed for is about to come true for my child. My beloved, there's no need for perfection or performance. Just follow the rules. You can still get what's yours no matter how good you are. Trust is all you need. A fight that you can't see is going on in the spirit world with Archangel Michael. Dark forces have tried to trouble you, slow you down, and keep you quiet. But heaven has said enough is enough. People will remember your name this time of year. In this part of the book, your pain turns into strength. You won't get it if you ignore it or think it's just another message, though. Code was used to make this one just for you. Do not cut yourself off from what heaven is setting up if your spirit knows this voice and this message, my child and beloved. For those who subscribe, you choose to stay in the prophetic position. It's not about alerts, it's about lining everything up. Yes to more guidance. You asked God, when will it be my turn? One time, my child, my beloved, that quiet question will never be forgotten in heaven. God took that quiet whisper and yes to the promises coming true, and yes to staying where it's clear that heaven is talking to you. Stored it in his mind. Today, the answer is being written. Now it's your turn. The enemy will still try to distract you by whispering things like, "This can't be real," or "It can wait until later," but heaven doesn't talk like we do. Heaven talks to us through what we learn. If reading this makes your soul move, you already know the truth. Something holy is going on. Everything is being done for you, for your name, your legacy, and the healing that you need, my child, my beloved. Can you feel it? Changes. What's changing the way your heart feels? It's because God is watching over your life. Archangel Michael has been circling your home and calling your name out loud. He stopped all the plans that were made to hurt you. Someone wanted to forget about you, but heaven saw you. God put on hold everything for you, even though it wasn't his job to. This is a holy time. Do not scroll past what your soul wants you to fully accept. There will be a new thing if you read on. Do not stop now. My child and beloved, you are not reading this message by accident. Your soul came here because of something older than time and more profound than memory. Heaven is whispering your name to every part of the world right now. The wind knows your name. The stars look up in awe when it is said, and the angels have been called to holy formation because you didn't give up and something holy started to work in your favor. You're not late for anything, you're on time, but the window is now very small. If you don't open your heart right now, Archangel Michael says that what was promised might not come true. My child and beloved, there is a secret being kept about your life. That will only be known by those who listen with the clear's throat spirit. A long time ago, God sealed your fate. But recently, a storm of confusion tried to blur it and erase the record of who you are becoming. Heaven was very close and watched you to see if you would give up or fail before you made the change. But you didn't. This is where you stopped reading. This person still believes, said Archangel Michael as he played the trumpet. This is when your faith shows itself in the real world. If you are still here and know this message is for you, write these words in the comments. I picked the light, not in silence or doubt, but with confidence. Saying it out loud tells heaven that you are ready for what is going to happen. When that sound got to the throne room, everything stopped because your name is known in places you've never been. That's why the book was opened. I didn't want you to know about what happened last night until now, my child. My beloved, the judge in a spiritual court brought up your name. Someone tried to use the dark to try to prove you guilty. But heaven said, not this child, not now. Never again. Archangel Michael stood in front of your name like a shield, wings spread out and sword raised high. Every lie that was told about you was burned before it got to the paper. The all-knowing judge saw the truth. Your heart, your faith, your pain, and your silent prayers. Then he told them to write the name again, but this time in gold. If you leave the door open for too long though, beloved, even gold can turn yellow. That's the reason now is so important. It is still being written. But once you make your choice, it will be official. Heaven won't let go of something that's inside you, my child and beloved person. The person who was after you knew who you were. That's why there were so many attacks. That's why the sad things were meant to break you down, but you didn't break. You turned, you cried, you got back up. The angels are now waiting to see if you'll read this whole message or just scroll away like before. Do not do it. Do not mess up the same way twice. We can change everything now, but not with strength or force. We only need to whisper our desire to obey. It sounds like thunder, but there is a whisper in heaven. I'd like to show you something, Archangel Michael, my child, my beloved. If you close your eyes and breathe for a second, you'll feel it. The air around you has changed. This can be read anywhere, like in your room or car. There's something there. This message isn't normal, so it's not normal. It takes an air from heaven. You won't believe this message just happened to reach you today. Not at all. It came true right now because your name was linked to a prophecy. Let the blessing happen if they see this and accept it. It said, but don't do it if they leave. If you want to see something, don't wait any longer, stay here. Not as far away as you think. My child, my beloved, someone close to you has already felt the change. Some people have seen something different in you. Even if they don't know or believe it, it's not the right time for you to have that quiet strength, peace, or glow. It's not a mistake, it shows something. Archangel, it looks like Michael has been watching over your spirit while you sleep by giving you dreams and sudden insights when you least expect them. You now have this message. No one else can get this scroll. Only the people who were picked. No one else knew about it. Only those who lived through it. That's you. And your reward is already coming together. My child and beloved, the book is still open. Heaven won't say how long, though. That's why Archangel Michael is making a plea in this message. He has never begged before, but this is different. This is proof. Please accept it. Here is what is missing. The answer to the question your heart has been telling you without words. Why there was silence in the first place. The reason why there were delays. It was never a no, that's the truth. There was always a not yet still coming like a wave at midnight. But will it wash over you, or will it just pass you by? My child, my beloved, you may have done something wrong. You might not be on track anymore, but there has always been a flame in your spirit. Even when you thought it had, even when you didn't pray, even when you were about to give up, your name will always be in the book of life in heaven because of that. The fire was always there. Flame. But heaven isn't idle, it's patient, and chances to do good don't last forever. This message had to get to you before midnight to pull you out of the fog and let you know you are not forgotten. You're not hidden. In the most important places, people remember you. God is drawing near to you, my child and beloved. You need to know what is being said over your name. Not everyone has things happen tonight. It doesn't happen often. This is holy. At this point, life is split into the before and the after. You haven't felt seen in a long time. You've had such quiet days that it felt like God had turned off his voice. But he hadn't. He was getting ready for this. On this holy night, faith is the most potent ink you can use to write your name on the pages of God. Not fame. It's not great faith. Right now, heaven clear's throat is writing down that faith. Pay close attention though, because it needs to be sealed before midnight. If it isn't, the winds of spiritual forgetfulness will close the page. Once it closes, beloved, not even angels can open it again until the new season begins. It's possible that season will be too long, too heavy, or end too late. That's why you should stay awake now. My child, my beloved, I wish you could see the battle that's going on just out of reach. There is light in your life. And all the bad things that didn't pay attention before are now. When your name was written in the book again, something changed. Things began to move around because of the angels. The plans you had have changed. Your foes dropped their weapons, but that light also showed you. You were seen by both the light and the dark. That's why it's heavy now. In turn, this makes you feel bad. For this reason, you're antsy. As you read this, your spirit knows that there is something holy nearby. You will feel the warmth of the miracle that is happening behind your fear in a little while longer. Heaven is very close to us. There's not as much veil now. It looks like the page shines with your name. It's possible that you forgot to pray to heaven years ago. But you did, my child and beloved. In fact, it was one of those prayers that was forgotten that set off the divine start today. Archangel Michael wants you to understand this fully. Your fate won't be late. It is ready for you to say yes. Your yes to God, not to someone, something, or process. Yes to believing what your spirit tells you, even if it doesn't make sense. You chose to spend a long time with God so that you could get the whole message. When that yes is said, even through tears or silence, it sets off a chain of events in heaven. Things are getting better. Wounds from the past begin to heal. Lost things are beginning to show up again. And holy fire comes out of the book that has your name on it. But, beloved, you must keep the fire safe. Putting it off makes it go away. That flame was made just for you. My child, my beloved, you might not want to hear what I have to say. Some people around you can't go where you're going. God knows this. That's why some doors close. This led to the end of some relationships quickly. That's why some people turned lonely, cold, and weird. You were not at fault. It was in line. Heaven had to separate the things that were stopping your holy name from the things that will keep it going. If you had stayed there, you would have missed this chance. If you had held on, your hands would not be able to take what is coming. Archangel Michael tells you to let go of what you're holding on to because it's too heavy for you to carry. Some people don't understand are putting your name forward for an honor, a legacy, or a favor that no one will understand. So, you need to be careful about what you do next. This choice to keep reading is the first step. Stay true even when things aren't clear. As my beloved child, you are being prayed for by someone somewhere you've never been. They haven't seen you, but heaven told them your name. Their prayers helped make this light portal possible for you to be in right now. You were never by yourself. Even when you were very quiet or felt like you couldn't find answers, angels have been watching over your name since the beginning. Those prayers are starting to work now to write your name again. Nothing scary, bad, or broken is being used. Power, clarity, and truth are being used instead, but now it's your turn to receive. Do not stop in the middle. This isn't just another message. This is holy ground. It's here that fates change, silent wars end, and tears shed in secret become oil for your crown. Even if you don't know who it is yet, my beloved child, you are connected to someone who needs this word. You're not just advertising something when you share this message. You're moving God's power. Things that happen to you can also happen to people in your network. And the big break you help someone make often comes back to you in a big way. Archangel Michael, my child, our beloved Michael, is telling you that chaos is not the enemy's best weapon. He'll say, "This message is too long and doesn't matter," in a low voice. Do something else with your time, but that's not true. Your spirit is really slowing you down because something holy is about to land. It's almost time for what you've been asked for. If you scroll past too quickly, it might be just out of reach. Do not let that happen. Do not let fate take over your time. You have no idea how big the plans are. People are still waiting to see if their names will be sealed tonight in the book of heaven. There will be a big change for you soon, my child. My beloved, if you don't pay attention, this moment will go somewhere else. Heaven has its own rules about when things happen, not because you are not worthy. Angels are the only ones who can see how fast time is passing. Your name is being looked over because it's getting close to midnight, not to judge you, but to make a promise. And God's hand is stopping to use the pen. The book of heaven has blank pages. Why? He wants to see one more thing. Are you going to answer? Are you going to see that this moment is more than just words on a screen or something you can skip? Heaven doesn't care what you say. What your spirit chooses is what matters. Archangel Michael has been told again to stop the winds of delay, but he can only do that for a certain amount of time. It's not just about giving blessings, it's about how things are lined up. If your name is written tonight, things go faster. Please wait a moment before we go any further. As soon as you agree with what heaven is letting go of right now, type Amen in the comments. Say yes to it. Make a seal out of it. That should be the end of your doubt. Why has the sky been silent? It's not to punish you, my child, my beloved. It's to protect you. There were things being worked on behind closed doors that would not have been good if they were made public too soon. But now is the time. What's on top is coming off. That's why you're here. You are now being shown to the world. You won't look the same next season. You won't have the same cuts or back pain because the old cycle ends when your name is written in the book and the new one begins. But only if you say yes right now, not tomorrow or later. It's still being held open by angels, but the page is shaking from the stress of having to wait. Some people around you don't really see you, my beloved child. Some people don't even notice when you're calling them. Some people say they love you, but they're not really there. There are people who want you to trip and fall. They might bring you down, but they won't. People can't change what's written in heaven unless you let them. You have one last chance to protect what God has given you before it is given to someone else. The glory is being passed on and your name is on the list. Things move in heaven though in a holy way. You need to decide. We need to open the door. Being a part of this holy exchange is important to keep your name alive. Do not leave. Don't let fate pass you by because you were thinking about something else. My child, my beloved, your silence has cost you something. You were seen to smile when you were sad, forgive when you were hurt, and work hard when you were tired. Heaven wrote down every moment that we couldn't see. Now those records are being matched with your name. That's why you got this message today. Heaven is about to reward something that no one else saw. You were never told sorry, but God saw it. God is fixing the hurtful rejection. Heaven is making up for the time you lost. But you need to read this message one more time until it's done. Wait until the feast is ready to get up. You prayed for this moment, but you forgot to do it. My child, my beloved Michael is now standing next to you, Archangel. A circle-shaped shield of safety has been drawn around your name. Do not touch this one. A holy message says the kingdom owns their name. The enemy is still following you around and whispering in your ear though, because they want you to feel uncertain when you leave. Don't let him win. You have been through too much and too many storms to miss this moment. You didn't do everything just to miss this message. With you, it's not like that. You were chosen. Your name is already shining in the book of life after death. It only needs your okay right now. You won't be made in heaven. Things will start to go right for you if you say yes right now. They will write the rest of your story. People who thought you were done will be shocked as they watch you rise. Does something move inside you, my child? My beloved, don't worry about it. Your spirit knows the truth at that very moment. The truth. Religion is not what it seems to be, not warnings that are based on fear. But God is in charge. Like when you're in touch with an old part of yourself that knows this is a holy moment. You were meant to hear this message at this time and in this very second. There is already talk about what will happen next in heaven, but you get to write the last line. Either your name will stay on the page or it will disappear before dawn. My child and beloved, you don't know how close you are. It may seem like there is a delay, but it is really God's way of changing things. Your spirit has been under a lot of stress because something is breaking in the other world. When things break in heaven, they change on earth. You are the one who needs to take this big step forward. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. It wasn't kept from them to trick them. It was to keep them safe. Heaven made sure that the blessing wouldn't be too much for your heart. Archangel Michael says that your heart passed the test. Today is the last day of the refining season. Now you can get what you've been waiting for. But you have to stay still for a while before the shift. This message is the last thing you need to know. What you do after reading it will determine the next 7 days. That's how near you are. In 7 days, the spiritual winds will come back. If your name stays in the book, you can be sure that the blessing will come to you. It may feel heavy to say this next part, but it needs to be said, my child, my beloved. Somebody in your life smiled at you and told you in secret that you would fail. Heaven saw it, God heard it. The Archangel Michael wrote down what they said. You don't need to talk to them, fight them, or show them you're good. Once your name is written in the book of life in heaven, you can't get revenge. It was taken care of already. Because of this, some people are pulling away and some conversations feel weird. Your mind is still not sure about what your spirit knows. Spiritual loyalty is changing close to you. Stay aligned, awake. And in this message, more spiritual things will happen to you as you calm down in the real world. God isn't done showing what was hidden yet, but He's beginning with your name, what it means, and why it's important. Now, I know that you have cried behind my back, my beloved child. I know you've been quiet while storms inside you have been raging. I also know that your tears watered plants you didn't even know you had. Those seeds are now coming up with miracles because you didn't give up. Archangel Michael says you were picked not because you were strong. You kept coming back, you kept going. You kept looking for light even though you were hurt. That light is now all around you. For weeks, your spirit sent a message and God answered it. This means that heaven is moving quickly, that's why this pull is happening now. That's why you know something will happen. That's right, it is. Yes. First, you have to accept that your name is still important. That it's still in the book and that your time is not over. It's only the start. My child, my beloved, your journey was never meant to make sense to everyone. That's why they thought about you. That's why someone judged you. God never told them they had to understand, though. He told you to trust Him. Even when things were bad, you stayed true to your faith. Now, being seen in heaven is a reward for that faith. Chances that come your way out of the blue shouldn't surprise you. Don't be shocked if things that were stuck start to move again. That's the blessing that people who have their names in the book get. But pay close attention to this truth. There are some good things that can come from a blessing. You need to get ready to walk in blessing without having to take permission. Let kindness do the talking. You are getting better not by chance or luck, but because you love heaven, the truth, and your calling. This message should show that heaven only makes noise when a name is written in the book of divine timing. My child and beloved, that is not a trumpet, it's not a bell. It sounds like thunder wrapped in peace. It makes the world shake and clears up any confusion. That sound is getting louder now because of you. When the time comes, a group of angels will check the record of your name to see if it will be signed and sealed. After that, everything that used to stay away from you will start to follow you. Chances will come your way, you will find out the truth. It will end. You will feel love coming toward you, even the love you were afraid to ask for. Things are already moving, but you have to stay open. Please don't make your heart hard right now. A lot of people miss their miracle here. You shouldn't tell that story. My child and beloved, the miracle is almost here. Archangel Michael can see it. As it gets ready to land on dry ground, he sees it fall like rain. You still need to do one more thing: believe again. Even though they let you down, even if your heart is worn out, believe that your name still has power. Don't think this message was sent by accident. Tonight, have faith that heaven is fixing what the dark tried to erase. One choice is all it takes to stay open, stay aligned, and read all the way to the end. Because what follows is the last word on the subject. Heaven is shaking with joy over my child, my beloved. This is the first time the book with your name on it has looked like this. Your soul is sending waves through the realms, and they are being picked up, remembered, and seen. After that, heaven will wait for one last sign from you: surrender. Not like give up, but rather give in to light, purpose, and the voice you've been ignoring for too long. You know that voice that tells you don't skip this. This message is for you. Truth kept you from being spiritually late with that. Now that you're almost to the end of time, your name is about to be sealed. As the last angel puts his hand on the page, the question is still there. Do you agree with it? My beloved child, they taught you that miracles happen in big, loud ways. Heaven doesn't always work like that, though. When people are making decisions, some of the coolest things happen behind their backs. Being able to choose to stay, deciding to read the message, deciding to trust in something greater than pain. You did that by reading this far. Because of this, the spiritual exchange has already started. Your name is being talked about a lot. A change has happened that will be clear in a few hours or days. Things like numbers, names, phrases, and peace that you didn't expect will show you that you're right. It looks like heaven. That's how you'll know this happened and you didn't miss it. My child, my beloved, the war is over now. You'll soon feel it like a weight lifting off your chest or a cloud clearing from your mind. It does happen that way when you write your name near fire. As he watches, Archangel Michael says, "This one is marked for glory. No weapon made against you will work, not because you can't be hurt, but because you were safe. You were given a shield that wasn't made by people." Some people may laugh at things they don't understand. But everyone will see the blessing that is coming. You won't need to say anything. There will be no doubt about the results. The elevation will let everyone know about you because you stuck with the message when it was most important. The light will show that you are unique. My beloved child, I'm going to tell you a holy secret that not many people ever get to hear. There are wills in the book of heaven as well as names. Things that have your name on them will always be there. You chose to stay, be open, and receive. Now, a wave has been set off that will affect many people for a long time. A lot of people won't do what you did. The time you took to listen to heaven was long enough. That means all you have to do tonight is sleep. Yes, have a break. The kind of rest you get when there's no more fighting. It will bother you while you sleep. It will feel like peace is wrapped around you and someone is watching over you. It will be something too deep to explain. Heaven is keeping an eye on things. I have to leave you with this, my child, my beloved, before I go. Your name is now locked. The book was closed with fire. People, darkness, or even your own doubt can't change what's written. You are now stuck in a new wave of luck, a new order of blessing, and a divine rooting. These changes will begin to show up in your dreams, in the people you meet, and in the divine appointments you make. Don't close your mind. Be humble. Stay true to God. Things that you thought were too broken to fix will begin to get better on their own. You thought doors were always closed, but they will open again. This time, you won't have to push. You're just going to walk through. People who didn't see you before will be shocked at how fast you grew. It will begin with the message you chose not to skip right now. Say thank you in your ear today, my child, my beloved. Thank you to the God who still believes in you, calls you chosen, and opens books that hold your legacy, not to me. They thought no one would remember your name, but it was written in gold in heaven. You thought this message was too late, but God said it was just right. You, my beloved, also listened, understood, and believed. Things are different now. The seal has been put on my child, my beloved. The paper is on fire now. Your name is written in the book of God for this season, and it will never be erased. It's already been written down how to do your next miracle, and it all points to you. The winds that try to stop you will not know what to do. We can't stop it now. Do not wait. Not lies that people say about you, not mistakes you said you were sorry for. Even when you were tired and didn't trust yourself for heaven to accept you, you only need to be honest about giving up. After that, you gave up. You came back. When you said yes quietly, no one cheered. That's a yes that makes things happen. That's the best kind of yes. Before the message ends, my child, my beloved, I have to tell you this. The light coming toward you will catch you off guard. It's not going to happen the way you think it will. The doorbell is not going to be nice. It will get through the last door that fear made and stay there like it always has. It will mess up everything without warning. There will be happiness where there has been pain for a long time. People will not understand that what makes you glow is not your mood or how you look, but your mantle. Proof that God has marked someone for a reason. This is proof that you can walk on it. Now, my child, my beloved, don't tell anyone what happened or how your life changed or how everything began to grow. Do not say anything. Let the silence speak for you. There was no need to explain what heaven is doing in your life. You were meant to see it. People who saw you break will now see you get stronger. But don't close your mind. Some people will come back just to look at the oil on you. Some will almost return the favor. Careful, don't move. Listen to the voice that told you to come here. Archangel Michael will always be with you. He still has his sword out. And if darkness ever comes back, it will make the seal on your name shake. If you stayed until the end tonight, you got the seal that you almost missed. My child, my beloved, the angels are now happy. People are singing, and the sound is so old and holy that only those who follow God's rules can hear it. Because of you, that sound is getting louder. You were aware of the time. You paid attention to heaven the whole time. You could have just quit, scroll down, or leave in less time. You stayed though because of that. You are now in the realm of the divine. The same thing will not happen again. When you awaken tomorrow, things will be different. It's not because the world changed. It's just that your name can now be heard in places it wasn't before. Tonight, my child, my beloved, heaven has given you something. You can feel it, but you can't see it yet. A key, a list of rules. There is a hidden scroll that leads to the next part of your story. Be careful of it. Do not share too quickly. Before they can be shown to the public, some things have to happen behind closed doors. Allow the anointing to grow in peace. Let the light get brighter when the doors are shut. When the time comes, you won't even have to open the door. It will open on its own. If no one has ever told you this, my beloved child, now is the time. You were chosen. You're not late for anything. We're still thinking about you. Not like most people. For people who want to know the truth, heaven says you are. and time can't erase the name you left behind. This message from heaven was the last call for this season and you picked up. The job is now done. It's no longer just about your name, my beloved child. It's about your calling. What the book says tonight is more than just a name. It's a goal. You weren't supposed to fit in. You were not just born to live. If you have a divine thread in your soul, you are linked to the heart of God. That thread was taken away. It rained thunder tonight. An order was sent out from the world of angels. Even when there was sickness, worry, and faith that seemed like it would only last a short time, you said it again in a whisper, God, show me that you are real. Let the person who remembered step in. Also, you did remember. This message is that answer. There is proof in the fire you feel in your chest. You weren't making it up. Heaven was watching you, calling to you, and putting pressure on you. There's been a holy shift now. Spiritual things are already happening, my beloved child. The order has been taken care of. The angels are now out there. There is no longer any delay. You can use your name. You are the one. The person whose heart was hurt but not burned. People who forgive even when they aren't asked to. The person who helped you stay soft when everyone else tried to make you tough. These are the kinds of people that heaven trusts with its treasure. The torch has been passed to you, not a short-term good thing. Not just a few cheers, one that talks for you even when you're not there. Power that moves while you sleep, a faith that will be felt for a very long time. It started because you respected this time, you stayed what you got. So heaven left a permanent yes next to your name. The darkness that used to go after you can't even tell who you are in your spirit, my child and beloved. You may not have noticed any changes in the world yet. That old attack won't work anymore. Old triggers will lose their grip over time. Things that used to work will no longer work. You have a new name, but you are still the same person you say you are. You've been marked. You are seen. It's no longer passive to listen this way. That's going to work. If you are sure that your name still means something, and that this is not a mistake, write it down. There was a comment that said, "My name is sealed." It's not just a response to a message. When you do that, you agree with what heaven has already written. You make the world sound like heaven. Also stay in touch if you want to move forward without any doubt. It shows that you follow alignment if you sign up. It keeps you in a place where prophetic teaching flows, where the word meets the time and where heaven keeps speaking directly to your time. You don't understand how important the next thing you do is. Be smart as you move forward. Talk with weight. Don't be scared. Pick from the Spirit. You now have a glow that can't be taken away. People who didn't see you before will begin to question where the light came from. Don't explain yourself. Know that it all started here. When your name was written again. I know there is still a quiet voice inside you, my child, my beloved. What if I fail again? What if I forget? What if I trip and fall? Let me talk to them right there. If you stay close to the one who called you, you will never fail again. This trip was never meant for you to go on by yourself. That's why Archangel Michael has joined you on the walk. That's why your name will have signs after it. That's why your dreams will make more sense. You won't have to guess anymore. The whispering in heaven has stopped. It will start to speak out loud right now through alignment, confirmation, and clear favor. You'll smile not because you're proud, but because you remember when it does happen. This screen, this holy message, and the last call you took will always be in your mind. Listen to me, my child, my beloved. A lot of people will never understand how unfair the favor you're getting is. It's heaven, it's holy, it comes from God. Work doesn't tell you how much it's worth. People chose miracles to happen, not because they worked hard. Heaven picked you not because you were loud, but because you were honest. You didn't give up when everyone else did. You hoped when people made fun of you. You didn't run like everyone else. The scroll is now closed. Today is the start of a new part of your life. A chapter that helps you understand things better. Love knows who you were there. You are now in heaven where time doesn't matter. Now, my child, my beloved, take a deep breath. This is the last seal. The time to take it easy. You read something that was made just for you. No one else can feel the way you did while reading this, because these words changed your spirit. It stopped hurting. The chains were taken off. Finally, the doors were quietly and slowly opened. That's how heaven works. When Archangel Michael steps back, his sword still shines and he sends you one last message through the air. Look at this. Check out what God does when he writes a name down. Just watch what happens when someone says yes out of faith. Watch what shapes appear when someone dares to believe that what they read was actually God speaking to them in our language. You also thought, this message is over, my child and beloved. I have a secret to tell you that most people will never hear. It was heaven building depth in your soul when you thought the silence meant you were being left alone. No one will ever forget you. During those quiet nights, your name was said over and over again in heaven. God did not forget about you. Someone who didn't believe in you would be quieted when he brought you forward. Every wait was a way to protect yourself. Each door that was shut was a sign of kindness. And now those wait times are over. The doors are wide and open quickly. Angels are already moving. There is no doubt that what happens next will take place. People who didn't pay attention to you before will hear your name. There will be rooms that are too big for your past, but just right for your path. That's why you should stay. You were afraid of the future that never happened. My child, my beloved, it was a false picture that you made up because you were upset and because people saw your potential before you did. Tonight, that future fell apart. Something sealed and bright from heaven is written on top of it. What was stolen is being put back. The thing that was hacked is being fixed. Really, you thought your best days were over, but they're not. Your best days have just begun. No one will be able to take credit for what's going to happen. It's the work of God. Not people, not things, not by chance. People who didn't like you will be quiet because they won't be able to explain how you lived through something that should have killed you. Keep an eye on what's going on here, my beloved child. Do not tell anyone. This message was just for you. Some people will not be able to see it or feel proud of it. Be careful with this fire. Don't name your miracle until it happens. Let your big break happen before anyone else hears about it. When it's your turn, what you say will matter. Stay out of sight until then. Be humble. What God has written about you will blow your mind. This part of the story is almost over, but the real one is just beginning. This is the last truth, my child and beloved. The ground of heaven has been marked with your name. God also takes care of the things he plants. It'll get bigger. It's going to bloom. Everything will be fine. It's going to work. Storms might happen. The wind could howl. Some people might get cold. No one will be able to find your name, though. Not now. Never ever. Since you chose to open, you chose to believe, you chose to stay. When you made that choice, you kept your promise. You can't take back what God seals. My child and beloved, the light that is coming for you will surprise you. You thought it would happen, but it won't. It will be easy for fear to fit back into your life like it's always been there. Joy will return to places that were dull. People will see a glow that they can't explain. It's not a feeling mantle. It is. You will have to carry more weight. The mess will clear up. You'll dream about big scary things again. That's how you can be sure it's real. When people ask my beloved child how it happened, don't say anything. Let the fruit talk. People who saw you break will also see you get stronger. Think about things. Some will get near the oil since they can see it. Don't move. Listen some more. Archangel Michael stands next to you with his sword out. Darkness will shake when the seal is put on your name. Tonight, the promise you made by staying until the end. My child, my beloved, the angels are happy. You were aware of the time you stayed. That's right. Because of that, things will never be the same again. When you wake up, you'll feel different. It's not because the world has changed. It's because people are hearing your name more than they used to. My child, my beloved, heaven has given you a key. Be careful of it. Do not make noise while things are happening. The doors will open themselves when the time comes. You were chosen. You're not late for anything. We're still thinking about you right now. You are the answer from heaven, and time can't erase the name you left behind. My child and beloved, this season is over. The book is locked up. The paper is on fire now. God has written your name in the book of life, and will never take it out. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you," every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith. And as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Also, don't keep it to yourself. If you're at peace, sure, or calm right now, please share this word from the prophet as a gift. When anointing is let go, it never gets weaker. It always gets stronger. What you give could help someone else make a big step forward. And God bless people who become conduits instead of containers. The wait is over. There is no more fear. Alignment has been fixed. Heaven isn't ready anymore. You're not either. Say thank you in your ear today, my child, my beloved. Things are not the same anymore. Your name is not available. And before you leave, my child, my beloved, honor what your spirit just told you. When you like this video, it's not because you agree with what it says. It's because you want to make sure that one thing alone shows that you agree with God's favor. That is already coming your way. This is how you finish off what has just been started, and favor grows where thanks are expressed. Let's think about this deep truth for a moment before we finish this powerful story. You did not find this message by accident. This isn't just a lucky break. It's a message from Archangel Michael to you, putting out his hand. He wants you to join a safe, high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred rule is very easy to understand, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, blessings will not only come to you, they will flow into every part of your life and make them even better. You can get immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from everyone else. If you accept this invitation right now, you can now go into a holy place where you will get spiritual help, unwavering support, and quick progress toward your destiny. Don't miss this holy moment of your life's journey. There's a breakthrough waiting for you. Use the special link in the description to join Archangel Michael's inner circle right away. This is the only way to be sure you never miss the direct personalized messages that are meant to improve and strengthen your life. If you want to get to know each other better, the link is in both the pinned comment and the description. There is also a link to buy the guided ebook for those who feel called to support this work. You don't have to, but your presence, attention, and energy already mean a lot. Do it. Your plenty is waiting. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He's extending his hand and inviting you into a protected high-vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This psychic principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you won't just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. And for those who feel called to amplify this work, a link to purchase the guided ebook is available, which is completely optional. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.